out here walking my dog, right? Um, yo, the YTC and boxing conversation, man, is at an all-time goofiest high. Um, with some of the past things that have been circulating, right, and going on, right? See, I got my vest on, both of them. Being at this nighttime look. Yeah, mate. My baby out here. But yeah, it's at an all-time goofiness, man. Like, the Earl Spence Terrence Crawford shit, right? Kind of got everybody in the loop, right? Definitely kind of got everybody in the loop, right? The whole Earl Spence, you know, you got channels speculating on that right now, right? As far as the yes, my bad, y'all. But like I was saying, this shit is at an all-time goofy high, right? You got the whole Earl Spence debacle right now with the goddamn rematch clause and is the time up and all that, right? Now it's exposing a lot of these so-called Earl Spence, Team Spence insiders, right? Because like I like to highlight how all these guys that alleged be tied in with people and camps and teams, nobody knows nothing, right? So right now, you got certain channels speculating as into, oh, it's 30 business days or 30. Like, come on, man, you guys don't know nothing. You know, what it's looking like from what we do know from Bomac via his interview that he did across the pond from, you know, with Terrence, speaking with Terrence, he hasn't heard anything yet. So what are we to believe? You know, Earl Spence was on record after the massacre stating that he wanted to run it back, get back gang. You know, a lot of y'all did content and videos on that with his son, you know, when he was all beat up and bruised up in the locker room, but we have yet to hear anything. And my personal opinion is, I think the powers that be are telling him to, like, basically pump your brakes, bro. You went out there, we didn't want this fight. You made the fight on your own. We never wanted you to fight Terrence Crawford. You know, you went out there, you got beat up, you got embarrassed. We had the protection set up for you, respectfully. You know, the media, the YouTubers, we had everybody against this guy, so you would have been safe, but you wanted to make the fight now. You know, you basically got, you know, a humble ass whooping. So pump your brakes, man. We don't want to see the rematch. You know, we don't want to see the rematch. We have other plans for you. But let's just wait to see how that plays out. But the manifesto, the creme de la creme that I want to speak about, that got right now the YouTube in an uproar is the 25% that would have been $8 million. Riddle me this, man. Let's make it make sense. So you mean to tell me that a Devin Haney fight with Shakur Stevenson, 25% would have been $8 million, upwards of $8 million. That's what is being reported. That's what is being said. Now, Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, the biggest fight in boxing that everybody's been talking about, right? This is the Source Experience. You know, I'll break it down for y'all, man. Smash the like button, man, because I'm about to shed some light for y'all right now. See the light shining right there? That's what I'm about to do. I'm about to shed some light for y'all. Just to make this understandable for y'all. Because y'all, a lot of y'all, I understand why I can't really function with a lot of the boxing talk. Because, you know, being that I do play a part in the game, but it's just like, come on, you guys supposed to be so educated and know shit, but then y'all report on this and go all in and have debates and arguments about this. But how does this make sense when Devin Haney has never fought for $8 million? So he's gonna fight a fighter who he's gonna give 25%, it's gonna be $8 million, whereas Devin Haney has never made an $8 million purse himself. But I just want to, you know, give y'all this too to think on. If Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, the biggest fight in boxing, was a 50-50 split, and close to a 50-50 split. One got 12 is being reported, the other got 10 alleged is being reported. So you mean to tell me 25%? Now pay attention, man. I'm doing this so remedial and dumb so y'all can catch this source. So you're gonna tell me that 25% of a Shakur Stevenson Devin Haney fight is gonna be $8 million for Shakur, when I just told you that Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, a fight that has been built up for quite some time, was supposed to be the biggest fight in boxing. They received $10 and $12 million, but 25% of what Devin Haney is going to offer Shakur Stevenson is going to be $2 million less than what Bud alleged made, and $4 million less than what Errol Spence made. Does that make any sense for y'all? I lost somebody. I see somebody had to get up out of here, because see, when the source starts dropping the nuggets for y'all, it gets too spicy and hot. So $8 million alleged, 25% is that what he's going to earn, is going to be $4 million less than what Errol Spence had made. Does that make sense? Come on now, talk to me. Talk to me. I talk back. I don't bite. Does that make sense, man? But yeah, you got channels on here just speaking on this. You got Twitter going crazy over this. You got big certified platforms, right? With a large audience co-signing off on this. Like, this is why I see why when they speak on YouTube boxing, right? And they say us YouTubers aren't in the loop. It's because we go off of and we run with storylines like this. Like, how can y'all even pump this, right? How y'all even, this is a thumbnail, a conversation, when I just gave you the numbers of the biggest fight in boxing, but yet we're supposed to believe that a 25% cut for a Devin Haney Shakur Stevenson fight would have been $8 million. Does that make sense? Somebody speak to me, man. Y'all in here. It's 3 of y'all in here. It was 4 before that, but I got too hot for y'all when I broke that down. I got too hot for y'all. You know, it's channels in here right now, live, man. While I'm out here, you know, getting this wrecking, right? There's channels on here right now calling Shakur a duck. going in right now, making it seem like, listen, Devin Haney, if anybody can show me a purse that Devin Haney earned of $8 million. Devin, come on. If anybody can show me a purse of 8 M's that Devin Haney, yes, Devin Haney earned $8 million at Devin Haney. He just fought Lomachenko. Was his purse $8 million against Lomachenko? Did he make an $8 million purse himself against Lomachenko? Come on. There's some of y'all in here. There's some of y'all in here. Did he make $8 million himself? Was his payout $8 million against Lomachenko? And just say he got 75% of that purse, right? Did he receive $8 million for that fight? No. No, he did not. No, he did not. And what was the pay-per-view sales on that? Did they do through the roof numbers, right? Did they do through the roof numbers? How big was they pay-per-view, right? So you mean to tell me, let's talk now. Let's talk logistics, right? Let's talk logistics. Well, let me show you. I got my vest on. It's nighttime. You know, you gotta walking out here at night. You know, especially see, I got on all black too, so it's important that I keep the vest on. You know, some type of reflection. You know, but now let me get back to what I was saying, right? So, if he didn't receive $8 million himself for Lomachenko, right? But yet now he's gonna fight Shakur Stevenson and give Shakur Stevenson a 25% cut, right? Now this is the logistics I want y'all to run off. He's a promotional free agent, right? So a promoter is the one that fronts the bill, right? So a promoter is gonna be willing to give, man, if that's the case, say we're just gonna go with the numbers, the $8 million, right? So if Shakur Stevenson with 25% is gonna make $8 million, the full purse gotta be access to $20-something million, right? $20-something million, right? Cause do the math. It gotta be more than that, but just roughly do the math. If he's looking for a 50-50 split, this is what Shakur wanted, right? A 50-50 split at $20 million is 10. So if Devin Haney's offering him 25%, see how I'm breaking this down for you without a calculator, just walking. If Devin Haney is offering him 25%, right, and they're saying it's $8 million, the purse, the guaranteed purse, got to be well over $20 million, because $10 million at 50% is $20 million. Are y'all catching this sauce now, or should I just, you know, just not even talk about this no more? You understand? I shouldn't even talk about this no more, right? Because y'all on here really, yo, it's thumbnails and lives right now with hundreds of people in there going in, saying that he was going to really receive 25% cut was $8 million. No wonder a lot of you boxing fans, and I say this with the utmost respect, are dumb and so easy to fool on YouTube. That's why I understand why a lot of you guys just sit around and congregate in herds. Like, you know, that because you guys are really dumb. Respectfully, you guys are really dumb. And it's no wonder that content creators can form cults on the internet, because a lot of you guys believe anything, you know. Only thing somebody got to do is shine it up, make it look shiny, come with a nice gimmick, and you guys is all in on it. You guys are all in on it, because when I seen this, shout out to my guys, I hit my guys, but I was like, yo, this is crazy. I seen a fella going live talking about this when I was in the gym, because, you know, I'm in the gym. Contrary to what y'all want to believe and talk about. Like, if you really talk about boxing, talk about my young boy Marley. See, I would have went live and showed y'all some of the good work that we got tonight. Shout out to Eastern Boxing Athletic Club out of Queens. Came through. Guys got some good work in tonight. But I didn't want to show y'all the Almani and Marley and the guys. They got their rounds in, right? But I was seeing the notifications, and I was, in and out, checking out what the guys were talking about. And I was saying to myself, like, yo, I can't believe the amount of people that are really taking this. Come here, get over here. Taking this to heart as it is truth. They was really going in like, yeah, he turned down potential 8 million. But if you listen, see, a lot of y'all don't listen, right? Y'all listen to these programs that got you programmed. But if you listen to the actual interview or call-in, right? And they were claiming this guy to be an associate of what's name. But if you listen to what he said if it was roughly $8 million. He didn't say it was $8 million. He said if it was roughly worth that, it'd be worth 16 next year. But so many of y'all listening to these guys, like I said, you listen to guys that have been on record stating that they're this, that, and the third in boxing, right? Real talk, respectfully. And I did a poll today about a potential company. I was like, damn, is BLK still signing fighters, right? So I wanted to know because I had a gym full of fighters tonight that maybe potentially might get signed. So I was just wondering, because I remember there was a point in time where BLK Prime was, signing all the fighters. They were supposed to be changing the game. And I had a gym full of fighters tonight, So that's why I just posted that poll. But you guys were listening to guys that claim they are credible in the business of boxing, and they will report on this type of shit. And they will stand on this type of shit. And it's like, bro, how are you reporting and putting this out there to your listeners and audience, and it doesn't make absolutely no sense? It makes no sense. There's no way that 25% was close to $8 million or over $8 million for Shakur Stevenson. Hopefully you guys are catching the sauce tonight, So we get it in out here. Look, my dog is off the leash. I keep her off the leash because she's trained. She's trained. Word, she's straight trained. But yeah, I had to come on here and put that out here, man. Because you guys are gonna be talking and debating this shit all night tomorrow. He turned down 25%, which was $8 million. Show me where Devin Haney has made $8 million. Devin Haney is coming off fighting Lomachenko. Did he receive $8 million for fighting Lomachenko? Right? I'm gonna end on this, right? I'm gonna end on this. So he didn't receive, just say he did receive $8 million for Lomachenko. Did his gate gross the type of money that is going to garner them to put up this type of money? Did his pay-per-view gross and garner that type of money for whoever? Because like I said, he's a promotional free agent. He's a promotional free agent. He right now doesn't have a promotional company. And I'm not gonna put the business out there because I was in contact. Shout out to Team Rougarou, Regis Progress and them. When it comes to Bill and the Haneys, right? It's a lot of smoke and mirror that goes on with them. I know they got a situation right now with Regis. It's supposed to be November 11th. It was supposed to be October something. Regis has signed his portion of the contract, but for whatever reasons, I don't know. I don't want to get into. I'll let the programmers, the guys that Bill Haney pays to come on here and program y'all and tell y'all other shit, put some other shit out there, just like they did with this shit. Hopefully y'all caught that sauce, man. Look at my baby out here on deck. Daffy, good girl. Good girl. I had to take, I didn't bring her to the rec tonight. Normally she would have been down at the rec, but I knew there were, she's trained to the T. This way, come on. She's trained to the T, but it's like, I knew it was gonna be some foreigners, right? You know, shout out to Queens, Eastern Athletic. You know, I call them foreigners. They're not regulars in the gym, and you know, everybody that is not a regular in the gym might not know Daffy. Some people might get nervous, cause you see how I let her rock and roll. You know, the shit is right here. You know, I let her rock, man. My dog is trained. I mean, trained. But yeah, I just wanted to jump on, just give y'all that energy tonight, man. Like, before y'all go out here and get to debating and arguing with motherfuckers that have no clue what's really going on, do your own math, man. Ask yourself that. Do your own math. Say, man, we just sat here for years and years arguing about Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford. And them two brothers combined allegedly made a guaranteed purse of $22 million, right? And this fight was built up, so much build, undisputed at the welterweight division, you know, the money division, right? But yet, we are to believe that an undisputed fight between Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney, and Shakur Stevenson receiving a 25% cut, he is going to make $4 million less than what Earl Spence allegedly got, and $2 million less than what Terrence Crawford got. So how much was Devin Haney gonna make? Come on now. Listen, I'm closing with this, man. How much was Devin Haney going to make? See how I saved the best for last? You all right, you all right. You all right. Devin Haney would have received, this way, Daffy, over here. Come here. Devin Haney would have received more money, listen, combined, than what Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford made. Allegedly, you know, if the 25% and Shakur's making $8 million. So the biggest fight in boxing, and I could get even dumber for y'all and dumb it down for y'all. How much did Tank and Ryan make? You know, come on. You guys got to be mindful of speaking boxing, man. Just like at some point, use your own mind. You know, just don't, you know, follow motherfuckers off a cliff, because everybody that's talking this shit right now, they done jumped off a cliff, man. They really done jumped off a cliff, and they got, you know, they got hundreds and hundreds of idiots believing this shit. And then tomorrow morning it's gonna be even worse, because I already seen on Twitter, you know, dudes, it's like, and I'm gonna tell you something. The ones that really run this shit, they sitting back laughing right now. They are drinking their top shelf shit. They got their top shelf cigars, and they're sitting back laughing right now. They're like, man, do you see what we got these idiots respectfully talking about? Do you see what we got them believing? Do you see what we got them believing? Yeah, they like my mans in Trading Places. Remember when they placed the bet with Eddie Murphy, and they did the, what was it, a $20 bet, $1 bet? Yeah, that's what they doing right now. They sitting back laughing like Mortimer. You see, they believe this shit. Yeah, they really believe this shit. They believe this shit. Hurry up, David. Cross the street. But yes, man, that's pretty much all I got for you with this sword. I just had to come on, man. One thing about the Source Experience, I will always stand out, because, like I said, the rest of y'all gonna get on here and speak on this without really speaking on it, doing the math on your own. Do the math, man. You know the vibes. I holla.